Well, welcome everybody to our Empowered Women's Shine Brighter event. My name is Kira Westwick. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to share a few of our stories on how myself and some other women in my community have been able to create some financial independence whilst being mamas or doing what it is that we do. I think we all have all mamas sharing tonight. Not everyone in our team are mamas, but certainly this business attracts a lot of mums because of the freedom and the flexibility for us to be able to choose mum care instead of daycare while still being able to create an income and do something that we're really genuinely passionate about outside of just being a mum. And I'm going to share a little bit about my story at the end around that. Really what has brought us together in this community is our program, which is called the Juicy Body Transformation Program. And we are all ambassadors of sharing this incredible family-friendly program. And we're on a mission to really help people do away with dieting and deprivation and all of those restrictive things that are just not enjoyable or sustainable long-term, and really just come back to peace and simplicity and deliciousness when it comes to whole food, and teaching people how to prepare it and how to prepare yummy food that the family actually want to eat. With our program, you'll never have to count calories or do any of those things. And as I said, the results come with ease, grace, and flow, and they're sustainable. We also have an incredible nutrition support that comes along with the program that we share, which is called Juice Plus. And it is one of the most researched supplements on the planet today. It is completely healthy and safe for children of all ages, pregnancy, breastfeeding. It is literally just fruits and vegetables in a capsule. And we love these because they help us to bridge the gap between what we know we should be doing and what we are actually doing. And they really help us to help families build healthy food cultures in the home, because not only do they bridge the gap, but they're a really great catalyst for creating change because they meet people where they're at, but more importantly, they increase the craveability of a healthy lifestyle. So like attracts like. We know that when we're eating lots of junk food, we crave more junk food. So particularly when it comes to our kids or adults who aren't used to eating a lot of healthy food, but they want to make a change, it is really hard to make that change when you're not craving it. And when you get to flood your blood with all of the antioxidants in the product, your body starts to crave more of that goodness. So we have a lot of testimonials, especially when it comes to children, beginning to eat way more fruits and veggies when they start on the program and the product. So that's a little bit about what we do as ambassadors. But tonight is more about sharing how the business has profoundly impacted us in a way, not only financially, but more importantly, I can honestly say that the greatest gift of this community and this business is who you get to grow into as a woman. Before this business, I was incredibly shy. I was so introverted that I could barely really hold a conversation with my friends. You know, if I was in a group with all of my friends at once, I really struggled to use my voice. And it was very painful and lonely time of my life where I just didn't believe in myself. I had no self-worth at all, and really no love for myself, and just tormenting myself every day, I think. So this was definitely a huge step outside my comfort zone. But you know, over time, I've found my voice, I've found my self-worth, I've found financial independence, which now as an independent mum has been absolutely life-saving and life-changing. And I think the greatest gift is being able to link arms with other women and pass that gift on to other women, because it has so profoundly impacted my life and who I am today. And I would, if I had to choose the income or who I've become without a doubt would just, no one can take that from me. And that has just been the greatest asset ever. So passing that on to other women is something that I feel I really need to do. It really inspires me. So I've got a few of my beautiful women in the community to share tonight, and we might start with Simone. And it might get a little bit real and authentic and vulnerable because that's kind of how we roll. How are you tonight, Simone?
It certainly is how we roll. I really need to get my officers out in the dining room. But of course, I have 3 rowdy children out there, so I'm just like tucked in a corner in a bedroom. Not so professional, but that's how we do it. We just make it work, don't we? Yeah, so my story is I found this business through you, my beautiful friend Kira introduced this business to me 3.5 years ago, and I'd just given birth to my second baby girl. I've got three now. Um, Penny, sorry, wait, which one was it? Dottie.
Wrong brain.
Yeah, it was really a profound moment in my life, actually, when I think about it. She was 2 weeks old, and I just remember distinctly I was breastfeeding her, and I was just in such a state of bliss, but I felt really lost. I knew that my soul was just searching for something more, and like I love being a mum so much. It's, you know, always my number one role, but I really needed something where I could not help people, but also use my creative juices as well, and really step into my own as a woman. And I'm still finding my feet, but the opportunity that this has given me, as like you, Kira, it really has given me a voice. That's why I resonated with her story so much, because it seemed like I was pretty confident, but I really just didn't know how to use my voice. I felt like I was just, you know, just screaming on the inside. I knew I had so much potential, and I just didn't know how to use it. And this business, it really did give me that. And then I really wasn't focused on the financial side of it. I just really wanted to help people with their health as a food coach and a personal trainer. I really just wanted to inspire others, and the program just resonated. It was just everything that I was trying to teach my clients at the time as a personal trainer. Which was quite hard. Being on the Gold Coast, it was hard to get that philosophy through to people, because they were all just about fast results. But yeah, fast track to now, and I've really just organically been chipping away at it at the side, and you know, it has helped bring in, you know, for 3.5 years, that extra $1,000 a month. I tear up just thinking about what an impact that has made to my family. Josh, my husband's never put any pressure on me to go back to work, but this little bit of extra money it's just, paid the kids' daycare fees and groceries and little treats for myself along the way, and helping other women to do that as well. I have a beautiful little team, and we all just come together as a beautiful little community, and there's so much I could say, but I'll forever be grateful to this business, what I can inspire upon others as well. So thank you, Kira.
Beautiful. Thank you. I think what I love is, you know, like you, Sim, I wasn't earning an income as a stay-at-home mum, and for me that went on for 8 years. And for me also, my partner at the time was incredibly supportive, and there was no pressure to make an income, but it's the loss of independence and self-worth that comes along with that. Even though you are working as a family, and you know, you have your roles, you just can't underestimate how much of an impact it makes to your worth as a woman when you are bringing in your own income, that you are able to go out and have coffee with the friends, or get your hair done, or, you know, buy yourself some flowers, or, you know, no matter how small or large those things are. It just feels good to be able to do it without having to justify or ask or justify to yourself. I mean, I never really had to justify it to my partner, but justifying it to yourself. So you know, if you are in that position, or one day you want to become a mother, you know, creating that source of income that you can do in and around your children is so impactful, not just in terms of helping out with the bills and things around the house, but just how you feel about yourself. So the next beautiful mama that I've got to share is Susie. I'll spotlight you, hun, and I'll let you share your very powerful story as well.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me on tonight. So I'm Susie. I'm a mama of 3 as well. But I think I want to start my story with where it all began. So I was born deaf, and my mum used to tell me when I was a little kid I could be anyone I wanted to be when I grew up. And so I started off as being, you know, I want to be a singer or an actor. When the Spice Girls came out and Britney Spears came out, I was like, yep, I want to be one of them, rocking the stage, yep. And then when I went to high school, you know, let's be realistic here, I wanted to be a doctor or a lawyer. But the thing is that I suffered a lot of bullying. I suffered a lot of post-traumatic stress disorder. And I just had a lot of self-worth issues from that, you know, being deaf, and just all I wanted to do was to fit in this world. I just, oh, sorry if I'm emotional. It's really hard, you know, that people just don't seem to understand what to do with people who are deaf and, you know, or with disabilities for that matter. So anyway, as I said, I wanted to be a lawyer or a doctor, you know, or police officer. I just wanted to help people. I just wanted to give back to the community and love on people. So when I went to a careers expo, I had all my questions down on a paper, and I was ready to apply for universities. I was ready to get my career rolling. And as soon as I mentioned to them that I was hearing impaired or that I was deaf, they just pretty much just snatched my dreams away from me. And to me, it was almost like they just decided my fate for me. They decided that I wasn't worthy of being, you know, such great things. I wasn't worthy of, you know, helping people in this world. And I thought, why? All because I'm deaf? So I pushed it aside, and I just carried on with life. And, you know, I've had my weak moments where I did fall into depression, and I did feel that I just didn't want to be here. So I became a mum because I felt that being a mum would be my greatest joy in life. And it is. It absolutely is. I have absolutely no regrets. I'm married. I've got 3 beautiful kids. But at the end of the day, when I had my daughter, I still felt like something was missing. I still felt like, you know, I needed a job, but I was way too scared. I was way too scared to put myself out there again just for people to wait for me to fail, or to, you know, say, you know, see, you couldn't do it. And that was a really hard thing for me to come, you know, from. So I found this business. I was a customer through the Susie Body Transformation, and I saw phenomenal results for myself and my children and my husband. And I was incredibly grateful for that. So I thought, I'm just going to jump into the business. I've got nothing left to lose, like, honestly. So I jumped into it, and I've now been in it for 2 years, just past 2 years. And the personal growth that I've got from that has been incredible. I was welcomed into this community of mums and women who had no expectations of me, but to just be myself, to be authentic. My deafness didn't matter, and it was the one place that I felt safe. So, yeah, 2 years on, and I'm incredibly... Okay, just a minute, sorry. So where was I? So I'm incredibly grateful to be part of this business, and I'm really incredibly grateful to be part of this community where I get to share my passion. I get to help other women to do exactly, you know, what they could do for me. And that brings me more joy, apart from my kids, in this world. So I hope I haven't gone over my time, but thank you so much for the opportunity for me to share tonight. And yeah, thank you, Gil.
Thank you so much, beautiful. We've all got our little ones coming in to bug us tonight. This is how we do business. This is what we love about it. This is Madeline. And, you know, I just, Susie, your story, I mean, I've heard it so many times now, but every single time it just makes me so incredibly blessed to be part of something that it doesn't matter who you are, what your experience is, what your background is, what you've done before this, whether you've got low confidence, high confidence, like, it really just doesn't matter who you are. This is a space that is not only accepting, but it's a space that you can thrive in and really grow, which is really cool. I'm not going to be long, okay? Okay, I'll come and help you soon. Sorry, guys. So the last mama that I have to share with us tonight is Beck. So I'll find, there you are. Spotlight you. So if you can share with us how this business has impacted your life.
Hey guys, so my name is Beck. I'm incredibly nervous, but that's what I love about this community, is just the support and the love that you have in this community. So I started this business 3 years ago, and I started stay-at-home mum. I don't have any business background whatsoever, no health background whatsoever, just a stay-at-home mum, or what I thought I was, in the beginning was just a mum. And I really was stuck in that role after having my two beautiful kids. I didn't want to return to work. My dad passed away in 2010. So that just really brought home to me, how short life is, and, to be living each day to its fullest. And, returning to a traditional job was just really out of the question for me. I didn't want to go back to that. I didn't have a career path or anything like that. I didn't have any any studies or careers or anything that was holding me down. So children for me was just I just wanted children, and I just wanted to experience that. So when I did become a mum, I had all these expectations, and then I probably lasted I think my daughter was, so she's my second, my daughter was about 18 months old, and my mental health was so bad. I was in such a bad place. I just was not getting out of the house. I was really just isolating myself. I didn't want to go to any mums group because this perception of what I thought mums groups were. So I really just kept to myself, and didn't have any, mum friends around me, like-minded or anything like that. So I had no one really to turn to. And so, yeah, obviously in a really bad place, and returning to the work was not ideal. So we were a family of 4 on a single income. My husband was obviously working, and it just got to a point where my husband did come home from work one day, and he said to me that I would have to start looking for a part-time job. And I knew that that was the last straw, that I had to find a job then. And my heart absolutely sank. And as this was not something that I wanted to do, but previously I had spoken to a friend that was involved in this business, and she did reach out to me about it, which I was very skeptical, and I was like, no, I don't want anything to do with that. I was just completely ignorant. But what really attracted me in the beginning was the products. I was looking for something at the time. So, and obviously my health was not improving with me eating the right things. So I decided to jump on this when my husband come home and said, you needed to return to work. So she obviously said to me that I could show you a way and how to earn an income from this. And obviously I wanted to get healthy. So I jumped in, and I was like, oh, I can do that. I can help people get healthy. I love helping people. I care for people. So I thought, why not? People need more of this. So I thought it would be a great opportunity, not knowing the full extent of, what was about to come. So 3 years later, and I really just immersed myself into this community that finally accepted me and was like-minded. There was women that come from, that had poor mental health just like I did, and that was struggling in that, place where they felt isolated. And then coming into this community, getting help with this program, getting healthier, and, having this amazing product, and just being able to immerse myself in that, and just being able to grow in this, no matter, where I come from or how I was feeling or being nervous or anything like that. It didn't matter. I could just grow through that. And my confidence now, and my certainty, and my passion for, what I'm about, and my message, and my vision for my future, and what I'm about is inspiring women to, not be in that place, to be, able to surround yourself with these women, and, to be able to earn an income as well. Like, it makes sense, So, yeah, that is my vision for the future, is just to empower women and show them what's possible, to go from not having a voice to having so much voice that you just need to scream it from the rooftop. So this is absolutely my community, and where I just love to be me and be supported. So thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Well, I'm just going to quickly wrap things up just by saying, for things to change in your life, something has to change. And, like Beck, like many of the women sharing, and we do this event every Monday, and, so many of the women have a similar thread of maybe not believing in themselves, or, feeling down, or, I used to have a lot of anxiety before this business, and there's just so many ways that our lives have been impacted. And I just do want to touch a little bit on the financial side, because, money helps us live out our greatest values in life. It's not good or bad. It really, it's neutral. But for me, creating a really great level of income whilst being able to work in and around my kids has just been totally impactful, especially as an independent mum now, because I do get to be present for my kids. I don't have to stress about paying the bills, and I get to create experiences for them and opportunities that, you know, like my mum was an independent mum and she did such an incredible job, and I never remember feeling like we were really lacking in anything. But, you know, just to be able to, there were certain dreams and things that I had as a child that just were not available to me because of our financial position. And I kind of get to live through my kids and give them those opportunities now. And it just feels incredible to be able to do those kind of things. And, you know, I think I never want to look at my kids and know that I could have given them more, but I just wasn't willing to step up. And it just feels incredible knowing that I am doing that for them and that I am capable of that. And you are definitely capable of it too, whether it's for your family or for yourself. You can absolutely, you know, just level up and thrive rather than just survive. And I think we only get one life opportunity. Why would we not want to create that? And probably the biggest lesson I've learned is that we put a value on ourselves, and the world doesn't raise our price. We are the ones that need to raise our price and, you know, raise, I guess, our expectation of what we can get from life. So that's kind of all we're going to share tonight. If any of this resonates with you on any level, you know, if you're looking to just be around more, you know, positive, like-minded people who really want to see you raise up into your best self and your potential, you know, whether you are looking to make an extra stream of income, whether you want to level up your health and be in a, you know, part of an inspiring mission where we're impacting lives, which there's so much great reward and emotional revenue in that as well. There is zero pressure in this space. We're really here just to meet you where you're at and help you get your questions answered. So if someone has sent you this link for you to pop on, then you can reach back out to them and get your questions answered. And we are going to be here every Monday sharing more stories. So thank you so much, ladies, for sharing with us tonight. Thank you for joining us, everybody, and we will see you next week. Have an amazing evening.